Alrighty, back here on the hilltop, the starting quintet for Paris High School being introduced right now. Well, we invite you to join us tomorrow morning as we'll have our 3 Saturday morning programs. We'll start off with our Let's Talk Sports program at 8 o'clock when we'll go over local things going on as well as start previewing the bowl games for college football that begin tomorrow. Yeah, very early time. They're starting at 11 o'clock. I think it's Georgia Southern plays at that early hour. But in any case, it's going to be bowl games all day long. What you do is you just toggle between ESPN and ABC, ESPN to ABC all day long from 11 o'clock in the morning to about 11 o'clock at night. And you'll see some bowl games tomorrow. Then, of course, talking about Saturday morning again, we'll have the Bottom Line program for a couple hours. And then about 11 o'clock, we'll have our coaches roundtable, and we'll talk to Coach Watson and a member of the Harrison County Thoroughbred coaching staff and get their take on what has happened this past week. So there's your schedule for tomorrow. Of course, the Cats play North Carolina in the Coaches Classic tomorrow afternoon at 5:30 down in Atlanta or thereabouts. So hopefully we'll do well against the 9th-rated team in the country in the Tar Heels. Time for Aaron Bradshaw to see what he's really made of, as Baycott, the center for North Carolina, is a pretty darn good player, so it'll be a good test for our youngin. Anienso practiced this past week, but I don't think he's ready to play for yet, so that'll probably be another week or so, but it's good to hear that he's back at practice. All right, jumping center for Harrison County will be Hayden Lunsford across the midcourt stripe. For the Paris Greyhounds will be Brooklyn White as we're about to get this game underway. The 2-4 Fillies against the 0-6 Hounds. And Paris controls the tap as we begin the game. There's a pass down low intended for Reagan Cowan. It's a little bit low for her. So on the turnover, give the ball to Harrison County. There's a fly sitting right on this table, just asking me to swat it. But I'm going to leave it alone. With the basketball against some 2-2-1 3/4 court pressure as Custard gets it into the front court to Hudgens. Hudgens lobs the ball to the far sideline to Lunsford and gets it back to Keeley. Custard at the hash mark. Custard to the left side to Lunsford for an open three. Good. Well, Hayden proved against Dayton that you can't leave her alone, and she buries the tray. So Harrison County with the early 3-0 lead on the three-pointer. 7:22 left to go in the first quarter. With the basketball now, White for Paris. Goes into the paint against pressure, floats one in, and it's good. So Brooklyn White with her first bucket gets her team back to within one at 3-2. We passed the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. Hudgens gets the ball to the left side of the paint to 12 feet away for Maddie Carson, who missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by White. Walking the ball up the floor and into the front court will be Dumford. Dumford fires it over to the right side to Cowan. She'll get it down low to White, and White is going to be fouled by Hicks as she goes inside. Lauren's going to have a difficult time today, just 5'6", going up against the 6-foot White. I tell you what, if you want somebody to do some dirty work, Lauren Hicks is your girl. She doesn't really mind getting in there and mixing it up. White only a 43% free throw shooter, and you can kind of see there maybe why. Does not have the best form at the free throw line. Still can tie things up, though, if she can make this one here. It's on the way, and this one will be good. And we're all knotted up at 3-3. Into the front court with the basketball will come the Fillies. Against the pressure, Custard has the ball. Goes to the top of the key. Now it goes to the left elbow, spins it to the foul line. Now out top finds Hudgens. Hudgens, a step back three, air ball. Ugh, that didn't look very good. So get the ball back to Paris. Stockyards Bank and Trust has competitive home equity loans and home equity lines of credit. Ask a lender to learn more. That's Stockyards Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Harrison County employing some full court pressure, and they get the steal off of it. Lunsford with it. In the corner finds Carson, back on the wing to Lunsford. Up top finds Hudgens. Hudgens drives to the paint. Her floater from 10 is no good, but she's fouled. And Bailey will be going to the line for 2. I like the aggressiveness that our defense or our offense is showing. Foul is going to be called on Cowan. That'll be her first. Hudgens at the line for the first time tonight. On the year, Bailey is a 79% free throw shooter and makes the first one, and Harrison County has retaken the lead at 4-3. Second free throw upcoming for the junior at the 6:17 mark of the first quarter is on the way, and this one is going to drop out. No good, and is knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it was last touched by the Fillies. So Paris will get the ball. As I said, Harrison County employing some full court man defense. Trying to get the ball in bounds is Oliver. She'll pitch it into the front court. Now going down to the basket, but traveling first was Molly Mason. That's 3 turnovers that Harrison County has forced Paris into out of their first 4 possessions. With the basketball facing through 3-quarter court pressure, Custer gets the ball to Hudgens, back to Custer. Custer across the timeline in the middle of the floor. Now it goes inside the paint from 10. Her shot's no good, a little bit too high, and Dumford comes away with the rebound for Paris. Boy, Dumford never stopped, and nobody got in front of her. And Tori Dumford puts her team ahead 5-4 on the drive to the basket. Just a nice layup on transition. Harrison County with the basketball at the 5:42 mark of the first quarter. Here's a skip pass to the near side to Lunsford for the open 3. Short. Rebound yanked down by Cowan. And now she drops the ball. But the loose ball is going to be picked up by Harrison County from the inside the top of the key is Custard. Her 16-footer is good. And Harrison County goes back out on top, this time with a lead of 6-5. Harrison County with a very intense pressure. I like to see that. Now we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to be called on Bailey Hudgens. That'll be Hudgens' first. From the far sideline in the backcourt, trying to get the ball in bounds is Oliver. She'll find Dumford. Dumford guarded by Custard, comes across timeline, nearly turned the ball over again. Now throws it to the left wing to White. White nearly stumbles, and now she is going to be called for the travel. Just lost her feet when she made the spin move. And now a timeout called by Coach Speaks. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. But Coach has got to be just a little bit perturbed with his team as they have already committed 5 turnovers in this game, but still only trail the Fillies by 1 at 6-5. At El Paracutan, daily lunch specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan a visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. Well, we got a decent crowd as people have come, maybe not realizing the game was a little bit earlier. So it's going to be a halfway decent crowd. Probably by the time 7:30 rolls around, we'll have more folks up here. Alrighty, out of the timeout. Harrison County will have the basketball, leading 6-5. Inbounds pass will come to Lunsford. Lunsford back to Custard. Custard to the left side, long range to Hudgens, into the front court, finds Lunsford. Lunsford back inside the center circle to Custard to the left side, finds Hudgens, ball fake, goes to the basket, her leaner is good. So a nice job that time by Hudgens, and Harrison County's lead grows to its best at 8-5. Nice drive. Into the front court with the basketball come the Greyhounds. Dumford gets it on the left side to Oliver. Down on the block. Here's a shot put up by White. No good. Cowan with the rebound. And she is going to be called for a travel as she tried to go back up with it. So good D once again for Harrison County. Make sure to give Cowan the shot attempt. All right, Harrison County with the basketball now. Lunsford across the timeline. Now is going to be tripped by Dumford. That'll be Tori Dumford's first personal foul. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm is there. Get a new home or auto quote with Joe by calling 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and the Fillies. Custard with the basketball across timeline. Harrison leading 8-5. Pass to the left side to Hudgens. Hudgens skip pass to the near side, almost intercepted, but Hudgens Custard gets it. Back up top to Carson. Now from the left elbow, a leaner is put up by Lunsford, no good, and Brooklyn White comes down with her second rebound of the night. Into the front court come the Lady Hounds. White with it on the right side, guarded by Hicks. She'll get it back in between the circles to Dumford. Tell you what, Lauren's done a good job. She's allowed White to get just 3 points so far and kept her away from the basketball. Here's a shot from the left side from three-point range by Oliver, barely grazes the rim, and on the rebound attempt, it's going to be off of Paris out of bounds, so Harrison County will get the ball. 3:46 as we cross the midway point of the first quarter. Inbounds pass comes to Hudgens as Paris employing more of a 1-2-2 half-court press now. Custer across the timeline, lobs the ball to the near side to Hudgens. Hudgens back to Custard in between the circles. Custard now drifts to the right side, gets the ball to Hudgens once again. Back up top to Custard, to the left side to Carson. Carson back up top to Custard. Custard takes a couple of dribbles, finds Lunsford in the corner. Now back out top, throws the ball away right into the hands of White, who anticipated well but misses the easy layup. And the rebound is brought down by Custard, and here come the Fillies. Quickly into the paint, putting up a shot that's no good is Hudgens, but Bailey's going to be fouled and will go to the line for 2. Foul is going to be called on Cowan. That'll be 2 personal fouls on Reagan Cowan. So Hudgens back to the line where she is 1 for 2. Has 3 points altogether. First free throw by the junior is good. Give her 4 points in Harrison County, a 9-5 lead. With 3:11 on the clock, the second free throw by Hudgens is on the way, and this one has a lot of English on it, but drops through the hoop anyway. Coming in the game for the first time for Harrison County, Katie Linville. Linville, a 5'8 junior, averaging 1.8 points a game. Good to see Katie back out there after missing the Dayton game with some illness. We'll see how much she plays. Against the full court pressure, ball knocked away, but White picks up the loose ball and brings it into the front court. White goes baseline, bumps Carson pretty hard on her attempt to get to the basket. Her shot's no good. She gets her own rebound, though, and they'll put it back up and in. 5 points now for Brooklyn White, and that will bring the Hounds back into within 3 at 10-7 with 2:57 left to go in the first quarter. Here's a long 3 by Lunsford, a little bit off to the left, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Fillies. So give Paris the basketball. Trailing by 3. And facing full court pressure is Oliver. Oliver looking, now lobs it into Dumford. Dumford races into the front court, puts it up and misses the layup again. Rebound pulled down by Custard, and Keeley wants to run into the front court to the left elbow in the paint. Skips a pass up top here to Linville for a shot from the elbow. Good. We'll give Custard the assist on that shot by Linville as Harrison County goes back ahead 12-7. And now we're going to have Carson trying to take a charge, but she got there just a little bit late and will be assessed her first personal foul of the game. Going to the line will be Dumford. Dumford's first trip to the line tonight on the year. She is a 60% free throw shooter. First one's on the way and good. Her third point gets her team back to within 4 at 12-8. Now we'll try to get the second one to get her team back to within 3, which she does not. Ball is being knocked around, and finally coming up with it is Oliver. And Alex Oliver got the catch, got the rebound, and then the assist. And Cowan made the shot. Making the score 12-10. 2:02 left here in this first quarter of play. Into the game for Harrison County. Jersey Baker, 5'6", 7th grader, averaging 3.8 points per game. Under 2 to go in the first quarter. Here's a lob into the paint to Hudgens. Hudgens between the double team misses the shot. Should have been the foul call. There was all kinds of contact. And now going to the ground will be Molly Mason. And they're going to say it was because she was fouled by Hudgens. So Paris with the basketball, down by a couple. With the basketball coming into the front court will be Dumford. Dumford lobs the ball to the left side to White, long range in front of the Harrison County bench. Now up top to Oliver to the right side. She'll find Dumford once again. Dumford to Mason up top. Harrison County's playing some very nice defense, that's for sure. In between the circles is Dumford. Trying to run a play here with Custard right up her back. Pass to Oliver, down to White, goes over Hudgens, but misses the shot, and then Linville is there for the rebound. And here come the Fillies with 1:16 left. Oh, shoot. I think they were looking for Baker to flash to the basket, but she stayed outside, and the ball goes harmlessly out of bounds as Carson checks back in for Hudgens. So Paris with the basketball, still trailing by 2. bring the ball up the floor will be Dumford as she has all night. She'll be met by Custard shy of the midcourt stripe. Now crosses midcourt and gets the ball on the left side to Mason, long range. Mason lobs the ball down low to White, who goes to the basket but misses the layup again, and Lunsford gets another rebound. Into the front court come the Fillies. Quickly, Carson drives baseline, cut off by Oliver, lobs the ball to Baker at the foul line. She'll take a shot from there, short. Rebound being chased down by Baker. Her putback is good. That's the way to follow your shot. 7th grader leading the way as Harrison County goes back up by 4, 14-10 on the putback. Just 36 seconds left. And now we got a foul, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Nope. Foul's on Kay Linville. Be her first. So Dumford back to the line, where she is 1 for 2. First free throw is going to be no good. And the rebound brought down by Custard. Comes into the front court. Near the top of the key, shot put up off the back of the flange, no good. And the rebound, well, White was going to try to save the rebound, but she was stepping on the line as she corralled it. So give the ball to Harrison County with 25 seconds left. And the Fillies leading 14-12. Lob inside, stolen by White. White gets the ball to Dumford. Dumford races up the floor, puts up a terrible shot, and the rebound is brought down by Lunsford. Just 14 seconds left. Ball into the front court to Custard. Custard now goes between the circles. Pass to the left side to Lunsford. Lunsford inside to Linville. And now Linville, with 5 seconds on the clock, is going to be fouled. Foul, I believe, is going to be on Cowan, and that's going to be Reagan Cowan's third. So quickly, Coach Speaks gets someone off the bench as Linville goes to the line for a couple of free throws. Linville on the season is 1 out of 2, 50%. First free throw by the junior is perfect. Checking in the ball game now for Paris, Emmeline Ogden. Ogden, a 5'10", 7th grader who has yet to score this season. Phillies up 15-12. Second free throw upcoming for Linville is on the way, and it is going to bounce off, no good. Offensive rebound by Lunsford. Up top, Baker, right side, Carson, a 3 at the buzzer is no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, your score, Harrison County 15, Paris 12. You're listening to Philly basketball on WCYN Sports. All right, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County will take a 3-point edge into the second quarter. Well, do you have a big group to feed? Beast Pizza is great for birthdays and parties. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235.
Snap.
Oh, kind of weak on the snapping part. Jeez. Have to put you back in remedial class. With the basketball, Carson in the front court on the right side finds Custard on the baseline to Hicks. Hicks gets a ball up top to Baker. Baker now inside the arc to the right side finds Custard. Custard in front of the Paris bench. And we'll take the ball up top to reset the offense as she balances the floor. Takes a look at the defense. Now gets on the right side to Baker, long range. Up top to Lunsford in between the circels. Now to the left side to Custard again. Carson has it. Right side Lunsford for the open three. Try. Good. Give the assist to Carson. The points to Lunsford. And Harrison County's lead grows to its largest at 18-12. 7:16 left to go in this first half a play. Into the front court comes Dumford on the right side. Finds Mason down low to White. Pushes off, no call. Gets her own rebound and puts it back up and in. White now with 7 points and 4 boards on her way to another double-double possibly. A very good player. We kind of held her in check, and she still done it pretty well. With the basketball in the corner in the front court is Lunsford. Lobs the ball to Carson. Just inside the arc. She puts up a shot off the flange, no good. And Mason comes down with the rebound for the Greyhounds. Now a bad pass is picked off. 7 turnovers now for Paris. To the left side, Dumford up top to Custard for 3. Off the flange, no good. Rebound is going to be hauled in by Oliver. With the basketball coming up the floor will be Dumford. Just inside the center circle now. Dumford to the left side, into the corner, gets the ball to Oliver. Oliver being harassed by Baker, now picked up by Hicks. White gets the ball now. In the corner, a 3 for Dumford. In and out. Too much spin on it. But with the rebound is Ogden. Now a scramble for a loose ball. Possession arrow says that Paris will maintain possession. And now they changed their minds. We acted like we were going to be taking it out, but I think that Paris is supposed to. Now they realize such, as Oliver will inbounds it from her own baseline. Her team trailing by 4, 18-14. 6:01 left to go in the half. Here's a 3 from the corner, no good, this time by Mason, and Baker comes down with the rebound. And as she comes up the floor, she is going to be knocked down by Dumford. This will be Dumford's second personal foul. So Cowan and Dumford each with multiple fouls. We still got 5:54 left to go in the first half. Well, they've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now. Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Mike Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit efarmcredit.com. In the front court in front of the Paris bench is Lunsford, up top to Baker. Over to the left side to Carson. Gets it on the wing now to Custard. Custard back up top to Baker again. Baker back to Custard. Custard now will get it in between the circles to Lunsford. To the right side to Carson. Carson tries a pass, knocked away. Loose ball on the floor, and Lauren Hicks digs it out. Nice play that time by Hicks. Here's a pass to the right side to Baker. And as Baker tries to get the handle on a ball that got loose, he ends up traveling. That's only 4 turnovers, though, for our girls, and we still got 5:24 left to go here in the first half. Dumford inbounds the ball to Oliver. Oliver back to Dumford. Paris with 7 miscues so far. In the front court on the left side with the basketball now is Oliver. She'll get it to White. White races into the paint. Her runner is no good, and Lunsford is there for the rebound. She has 4 boards now. With the basketball, Custard goes past everybody to the basket as nobody cut her off, and Keeley is able to make the shot, which will put her team up 20-14 with 4:56 left to go in the first half. Into the front court with the basketball on the left side is Oliver. Has the ball tapped away by Baker, but it's going to be tapped out of bounds. From in front of the Harrison County bench near the hash mark, Oliver will inbounds the ball. Oliver looking, bounce passes the ball to the midcourt, stripe to Dumford, who's picked up by Custard. Dumford inside the center circle, drifts to the left side, now gets it in the corner to Oliver. Oliver now back up top, finds Dumford at the top of the key. To the right side, finds Mason. In the paint to White. Double team, ball knocked away. She spins away from the double team and lays it up and in. Nice athletic move that time by the junior. As Harrison County's lead goes down to 20-16 with 4:22 left to go in the first half. In the front court, Lunsford has it on the left side. Back up top to Carson. To the right side, finds Custard, who will fire a 3 off the flange, no good. Offside rebound is going to be pulled in by Ogden, her second rebound of the night. And up the floor come the Hounds. Crossing the timeline is Dumford. Goes to the right side, now inside the arc on that right side in front of the stable. Lobs the ball in the paint to White. She's double teamed. White splits the double team, goes to the basket. Misses the shot, but she's going to be fouled. Foul is going to be assessed to Hicks. That'll be Lauren's second. Timeout called by the Fillies. It's going to be just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. So with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the first half, Harrison County right now maintaining a 20-16 lead. We had 1 tie and 2 lead changes back in the early part of the game, but Harrison County has been in control. Well, not in control, at least in the lead by at least, or at most 6 as the game has gone along. Cynthia and Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardee's in Cynthiana. Fillies will be back in action, as we mentioned before, on Tuesday, as they'll take a little trip to Lewis County High School. We hope to have the action from that game as well as the boys game against Bourbon County that night. Harrison County, boy, the thoroughbreds I'm talking about, had a rough one the other night against Clark County. Just couldn't quite find a rhythm. I don't know. Brooklyn White at the line out of the timeout. She's 1 for 2. Has 9 points and 4 boards. Came in averaging 17 and 12. First free throw is good. Draws her team back to within 3 at 20-17, and now we'll try to make it just a 2-point game with 3:53 on the clock. The first, before White released the ball, a horn, as Linville will be checking back in, and now the referees are getting together. White went ahead and shot and made the free throw. Now they're trying to decide if they should count it, not count it, or what to do. The official who was out on the floor and not near the scorer's table is the one that's doing most of the talking. And I think they've about figured it out. And they're going to let Katie come in, and Brooklyn will have to make that free throw again. Linville will come in for Hicks, who will have to sit with those 2 personal fouls, but Lawrence played very well tonight. Now what? Counted it. Oh, they counted the free throw. Well, that's only fair. All right, I'll agree with that one. 20-18 is your score. Harrison County up by 2 with the basketball. Custer to the left side to Lunsford. Open for a 3. Bounces short. Rebound brought down by Ogden. Ogden looking for someone to pass to, and now she finally finds Olive Dumford. Dumford in the front court. Nearly tripped herself. Gets to the top of the key to White. Back in between the circles to Dumford once again. Dumford being hounded by Custer. Now drives inside the paint, down to the baseline. Her shot's going to be short. Knocked out of bounds by Harrison County. So Paris will maintain possession, trying to tie this score after trailing by as many as 6. From her own baseline, Oliver will trigger the inbounds pass. Oliver looking, gets it down low to White, who puts it up and in. Brooklyn White's 13th point, and we are all knotted up now at 20-20. In the front court with the basketball, Custard gets it over to the right side to Carson, back up top to Custard, back to Carson, back up top to Custard once again. Custard in the paint, a leaner from 10 is going to be short, and White will bring down the rebound, and the Greyhounds have a chance to get the lead here with 2:53 left to go in the first half. Across the timeline comes Dumford. Dumford gets it into the hands now of Oliver. Oliver drives, baseline, cut off, puts up a 4th shot, no good. Rebound is brought down by Ogden. And now here's a 3 fired up and good at the top of the key by Dumford. Dumford puts her team ahead by a score of 23-20. 2:25 left to go in the first half with the basketball, Baker. Baker to the left side of Lunsford, long range. Lunsford looking for help. Now finds Carson in between the circles in the paint to Linville to the right side to Custard for a 3. Short. Rebound on the floor is picked up by Dumford. And here come the Lady Hounds. Shot put up and good on the runner that time by Dumford. 5 points now for Tori Dumford. And the Lady Hounds have taken a 25-20 lead. And now we're going to have a whistle and a foul called on White. That'll be her first personal. Right now, the Lady Hounds on an 11-0 run. They were at one time behind 20-14. From her own baseline, Lunsford to trigger the inbounds pass. Gets it to Custard, right side 10-footer, good. Custard with the 6 points, stops that 11-point run and gets Harrison County back to within 3 at 25-22 with just 1:42 left to go in the first half. In the front court in the corner, Oliver. Oliver gets it on the wing now to Dumford. Dumford in between the circles, backs up near the center circle. Now drifts to the right side once again. Gets it into the hands of Mason, whose layup is no good. And Linville is on the opposite side of the basket to bring down the rebound. In the front court with the basketball. Custer to the block. Her hook shot. Ooh, way off. Baker there for the rebound and put back. Nice job once again by the 7th grader picking up the garbage underneath. And that'll give Harrison County back to within 1 at 25-24. With the basketball with a minute 2 left on the clock is Paris. And now away from the basketball, they're going to have an offensive foul. Well, the 3 officials getting together to see who the foul was on. And they're going to say Carson with the foul. That'll be Carson's second. And Brooklyn White, so a double foul. White and Carson. I tell you what, I love watching Maddie Carson play. She's only 5'2", but she's a Wolverine. She will fight and claw. She's giving up literally 10 inches to Brooklyn White and went in there without any hesitation to take on the big girl. Gotta love it. Now we've got to figure out who gets the possession of the basketball. A double foul should give it to Harrison County because the possession arrow was facing our way. But they're going to give it to Paris instead. I don't understand that call. I don't know. Quickly coming off the bench for Harrison County, Alyssa Williams. Williams, a 6'1" freshman averaging a point and a half a game, will come in for Linville. He thought that Katie might just have limited minutes coming off that illness. And probably just a little bit worn out. All right, Paris with the basketball. Inbounds pass will come to Oliver. Oliver has her pocket picked, though, by Baker. One-on-one the other way. Her layup is good. And the 7th grader has given Harrison County the lead back. 26-25 on the steal and layup with 46 seconds left. In the front court, going to the basket is going to be Dumford for her 7th point, and that will give the Lady Hounds the lead back at 27-26. 30 seconds left to go in the half. Custer to the right side to Baker, long range. Baker looking for her help. Now gets the ball to Custard in between the circles. Custard over to the left side, 17 seconds on the clock now. Harrison County down by 1. Here's a pass inside to Williams, has a shot blocked by Mason. Mason gets the rebound as well. And here come the Lady Hounds with 7 seconds left. Dumford on the right side, lobs the ball up top to Oliver with 2 seconds. A pass inside is knocked away. Loose ball is going to be picked up by Carson. And that is the way that the first half will end with your score in an exciting game. Paris 27, Harrison County 26. I think it's going to be this way all the way to the end. We invite you to join us now for our halftime show brought to you by State Farm and Joe Cochran. Go over all the individual numbers here in the first half and the team stats as well. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, your halftime score from here on the Hilltop. Paris 27, Harrison County 26. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCYN Sports.
Van Hook Hardware, in the same location on Pike Street since 1903. Plenty of off-street parking. Your UPS service center. Be sure to like Van Hook Hardware on
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County down by 1 after the first 16 minutes of play. We had 2 ties and 5 lead changes in that first half. Harrison County's largest lead was 6. Paris's largest lead was 5. So it's been that kind of game. Taking a look at the individual scoring. First for Paris, they're paced by Brooklyn White, who has 13 points here at the break, well on her way to her season's average of just under 17. 7 points for Tori Dumpert and a couple for Reagan Cowan. Also playing but not getting into the scorebook were Kay Oliver, Molly Mason, and Emmeline Ogden. For Harrison County, a pair of players lead our way. Hayden Lunsford with 6 points. All of her points coming on 2 3-pointers. 6 points as well for Keely Custard, 5 for Bailey Hudgens, and 4 off the bench for Jersey Baker. Katie Linville also contributed 3 points as well. Also playing but not scoring for the Fillies, Maddie Carson, Alyssa Williams, as well as Lauren Hicks. That's the way the individual numbers stack up. We'll take a break, come back, and look at the team stats right after this timeout. You're listening to Philly Basketball on the State Farm Joe Cochran halftime show on WC1. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County down by 1 here at the half. Let's take a look. Excuse me. As they are in that first half, Harrison County made 9 out of 26 shots. That's 34.6%. Paris made the same number of field goals, but took 1 fewer shot, and so very close at 36%. Harrison County put the ball up from 3-point range 10 times, but made only 2, while Paris only attempted 3 trays and missed all 3 of them. From the foul line, both teams are identical. 4 out of 6, that's 66.7%. Turnovers a big reason for the closeness of this game, as Paris out-rebounded Harrison County in that first half, but one kind of countered the other. Turnover-wise, Harrison County only turned the ball over 4 times. That's fantastic. Paris, meanwhile, turned the ball over 9 times. But Paris was able to stay close and actually lead this game by out-rebounding Harrison County in the first half, 18-12. 2 offensive and 10 defensive boards for the Fillies. They were paced in that department by Hayden Lunsford, who has 4 here at the break. Meanwhile, for Paris, 6 offensive and 12 defensive rebounds for their 18. And really no surprise, they're led in rebounding by Brooklyn White, who has 5 boards here at the break. So that's the way the numbers break down for you in what's been an exciting game so far between 2 teams that really kind of need a victory here tonight to give them a boost of confidence going into their next ball games. Well, Harrison County is back out from the locker room. Paris getting some final thoughts from their coaching staff back in there, but I thought they were coming. In any case, we'll take a break and come back with a third quarter handoff right after this timeout. Once again, your halftime score, Paris 27, Harrison County 26. You've been listening to the halftime show brought to you by State Farm and Joe Cochran on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County down by 1 against their ancient rivals, the Lady Hounds of Paris. Custard, Hicks, Carson, Lunsford, and Hudgens, the starting 5 for Harrison County here in the second half, which is what they were at the first part of the game as well. Harrison County will have the basketball. See if we can go ahead and get a score and get this lead back. Harrison led by as many as 6 before letting it all flitter away. On the right side, Lunsford. Up top to Hudgens in between the circles. Over to the left side, long range to Custer. Back up top once again to Hudgens. Hudgens moves over to the right side now in the paint. Lobs one to Carson, who will get it back up top to Lunsford for a 3. No good. Long rebound is going to be out of bounds off of Harrison County. So an empty trip our first time. Harrison County once again employing that full court pressure. Trying to get the ball in bounds is Oliver. Lobs it into the hands of Dumford. Dumford, a good ball handler. Trying to get around Hicks. Goes inside the arc on the right side for a 10-footer good. We're going to have to step up on her once she gets past that original person that lets her get by, if we want to stop her here tonight. In any case, 29-26 is your score. 7:18 left to go in the first or third quarter. From the corner, a 3 by Lunsford is no good, but digging out the rebound will be Hudgens. Here's a 3, good. Hudgens, making the Knupwall 3-pointer there. That'll bring the score back to even at 29-29. In the front court with the basketball is Paris. Here's a look inside, ball knocked away, loose ball picked up this time by Harrison County. Here's a shot put up off balance by Hudgens. It's good, and she's fouled. She went down hard though, but she hops right back up. Hudgens gives her team the lead back with that gutty shot. And we'll go to the line to try to make the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. She's 3 for 4 from the line tonight. Eyes the bucket does the junior with 6:43 left. Her free throw's on the way and good. There you go. Harrison County, just like that, back up by 3, 32-29. Up the floor and into the front court comes Dumford. Being guarded closely by Custer. Dumford goes to the right side, goes baseline, and got to no man's land, but she's going to be bailed out as Lunsford hit her across the arms. That'll be Lunsford's first personal foul. I mean, Dumford dribbled into a triple team. Dumford, 12 points, which is right at her season's average. 1 for 2 from the line tonight, trying to stop this early Harrison County 4-point run. First free throw is good. Give her 13 on the night as she draws her team back to within 2 at 32-30. Second free throw at the 6:30 mark is going to be good as well. Make it a 1-point Harrison County lead at 32-31. With the basketball, Custard across the timeline, drops the ball, now falls down and just got combobulated over there. First turnover of the second half on the Fillies, but the bad thing is it gives Paris a chance to retake the lead. If you're fed up, call Knupp. Knupp Law promises to treat you with care, respect, and dignity in whatever legal situation you're in. Visit them at knupplaw.com. With the basketball, Dumford recross the timeline. Gets it on the left side to Oliver, who will put it into the paint to White. Backs up, Hicks knocks her down, no call. And White makes the shot, and the Lady Hounds recapture the lead at 33-32. White is just so good inside. She's hard to stop. Now a floater by Harrison County is no good. Dumford gets the rebound for her Lady Hounds. Dumford near the center circle, dribbles to the left side. Her team up by 1. Now gets the ball to White. White skip pass to the near side to Oliver. Oliver finds Dumford at the top of the key, guarded closely by Hudgens. Dumford to the left side, long range to Mason, and now a pass is a little too hot to handle. They're going to say it was deflected off of the Lady Hounds, so give Harrison County the ball back. Stockyards Bank and Trust has competitive home equity loans and home equity lines of credit. Ask a lender to learn more. That's Stockyards Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender in the front court. Lunsford gets the ball to Hudgens. Hudgens goes to the block. Her shot off the glass is too hard, no good. But Hicks gets the rebound. She fans it back out. The three is good by Carson. First Knupplaw tray of the game for her. And Harrison County goes back out on top, 35-33. With the basketball in the front court is Dumford. She will get it over to the near side to White. White dribbles into the paint, spins, splits the defense, shot off the glass too hard. Rebound pulled in by Custard. And here come the Fillies the other way. Pass down low to a wide open Lunsford. I mean, there was nobody around Hayden that time, and she makes the easy shot. Harrison County back up by a 5 spot, 37-32, or 33, excuse me, 37-33. 4:32 left to go in the third quarter. Pass to the right side to Cowan, and Cowan takes a little travel before she drives to the basket. Let's give the ball back to Harrison County. 37-33 they lead. They've trailed by as many as 3 here in the second half and led by as many as 4 here in the second half. As the pendulum of momentum has swung back and forth rather regularly throughout the entire contest. In the front court, Hudgens lobs the ball into the paint to Lunsford, fans it back out to Hudgens, fires a three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Dumford comes down with the rebound, and she's off to the races. Now we'll have her dribble back tapped away from behind by Custard, who goes and retrieves the loose ball. Keeley into the front court, in the paint. A floater from 10 is off the flange, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled in by White. She now has 6 in the ball game. So down by 4 as we pass the midway part of the third quarter. Dumford has the basketball. Dumford dribbles to the right, gets it on the wing to White. White goes baseline from the block. Shot rolls off the rim, no good. And on the rebound, we're going to have a foul on Cowan. And that'll be Cowan's 4th personal foul as she came over the back of Carson, who got the rebound. So Paris will bring Mia Mason into the game. Mia Mason, a 5'6", 7th grader, will be coming in for Cowan. We'll remind you that at El Paracutan, daily lunch specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan a visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. With the basketball across timeline comes Custer to the right side to Hudgens. Hudgens in between the circles finds Carson. Oh, Maddie loses the basketball. An unforced error there. Hate those kind. Into the front court comes Dumford. Her team still down by 4. Dumford being guarded by Hudgens. Hudgens sneaking up on her. She gets to the left side to White. Into the paint to the new girl, Mia Mason. Her shot is no good, but she's fouled. Actually, that is Molly Mason. Get the Mason girls mixed up. Molly Mason's first trip to the line tonight. On the year, she is a 70% free throw shooter. Freshman looking for her first point of the night at the 3:10 mark of the third. First one's on the way and bounces in there good. Baker back into the game for Harrison County as the Paris Greyhounds have shaved the lead for Harrison down to 3. Second free throw for Molly Mason is on the way and good as well. And it's back to a 2-point game. Harrison up 37-35. Dribbling the ball up the floor will be Custard. Across the timeline, pass to the right side in front of the stable to Hudgens. Hudgens gets it between the circles to Lunsford, who almost walked. Gets it back to the right side to Hudgens, long range. Hudgens, a baseball pass into the paint to Custard. Leaner from 10 is no good, but she's fouled and will go to the line for 2. That foul's on Oliver. That'll be Kay Oliver's first. Custard going to the line for the first time tonight on the year, a 72% free throw shooter. She has half a dozen points, came in averaging a team leading 10.7. First one's on the way and good. Gives Harrison County the 3-point lead at 38-35. 2:53 on the clock. Second free throw by the sophomore is going to bounce off. No good, and White is there to corral the rebound. Up the floor and into the front court comes Dumford. Dumford now in between the circles, pass to the left side to Oliver. Fires a 3-point try, off the flange, no good, and Custard is there for the rebound. She'll get it into the front court, in between the circles, pass to the left side to a wide open Lunsford for three. No good, a little short. Rebound, though, is going to be pulled in by Baker. Baker gets it back out top to Custard. Custard, left side, Lunsford for another three try. This one banks off, no good. And the rebound pulled down by the new girl, Mia Mason. In the front court with the basketball. Here come the Greyhounds. White gives the ball to Dumford in between the circles. Dumford drifts to the left side, gets it near the far hash mark to Oliver. Now they get the ball to White, who knocks people down as she misses the shot. Rebound, though, picked up by Molly Mason. There's a three, no good. And Brooklyn White gets the ensuing rebound and puts it back up and in. And that will bring the Lady Hounds back to within one at 38-37. Put back basket there by Brooklyn White. Minute 36 on the clock here in the third. From the baseline, 10-footer, no good off the flange by Hudgens. Offside rebound is going to be pulled in by Dumford. Dumford in the front court in between the circles. Paris can retake the lead, this time down the floor. Oliver to White, double teamed. White triple teamed. Now gets it in the corner to Oliver, back on the wing to Dumford. Dumford skip pass to the near side to Mia Mason for three. Rolls off the rim, no good. And Baker is there for her fifth rebound of the night. She'll give it to Custard. Custard inside the center circle, looks over to Coach Watson to see what he wants to call this time. Now to Baker, back in between the circles to Custard, to the left side to Lunsford, long range. Let's make this a good one, girls. Harrison County up by one. Custard in between the circles, back to Baker, right side. Thought about the three, now goes into the paint. Her shot's going to be blocked by White. And the rebound pulled down by Mia Mason. Down by one with 37 seconds left to go in the third. Here comes Dumford. Dumford to the right side, wide open. Mia Mason for three, it's short. But there for the offensive rebound is White. Her putback is no good. Rebound brought down by Paris. No good. And this time with the rebound is Lunsford. Lunsford in the front court. Gets the ball to Custard. Her leaner is going to be no good. Rebound on the floor. Picked up by Custard. Knocked away. Lunsford picks it up. Fires a three. No good. Rebound Hudgens. Her putback is no good. But she is going to be fouled. Action fast and furious here at the Hilltop. 5 seconds left. Foul's on Oliver. Hudgens at the line. She's 3 for 4 tonight. First free throw by Bailey. Her team up by one is on the way and good. 11 points for her now. Harrison up by a couple, 39-37. With just 5.6 seconds left on the clock in the third. Her second free throw is no good. Rebound is brought down by White, and now she's going to be fouled by Hudgens. That'll be Hudgens' third personal foul. Linville comes into the game with 3.3 seconds left. Paris with the ball, down by two. Inbound the ball will be Molly Mason. Gets it to White. White into the corner to Oliver for a three, and it's going to be no good. And that's the way that the third quarter will end with your score. Harrison County 39, Paris 37. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCYN Sports. All righty. The last 8 minutes ought to be a good one, as Harrison County leads 39-37. To begin the fourth quarter, Paris, down by 2, will have the basketball. Inbounds pass will come to Dumford. Dumford crosses the timeline, goes between the circles. Now backs up near the center circle to reset. Making sure her people are where they need to be. Pass to the left side to Mia Mason, who's on the floor still with Cowan on the bench in foul trouble. Here's a 3, no good. Baker with the rebound for Harrison County. And up the floor we come, and we're going to have a double dribble on the 7th grader as well. So sometimes you take the good with the bad. For Harrison County, just their 3rd turnover of the second half. That's very good. But Paris with the basketball, still down by 2. Coming across the timeline, Dumford. Pass to the right side to Molly Mason. Molly Mason to Dumford. Back to Molly Mason on the right wing. Now to White. And now she's going to be bumped hard by Baker going for the steal. That'll be Jersey's first personal foul. Inbounding the ball from just to the left of her bench will be Molly Mason. But first coming into the game will be Sagan Oliver. Sagan Oliver, a 5'4", 7th grader. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm is there. Get a new home or auto quote with Joe by calling 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breads and Fillies. With the basketball on the right side will be Sagan Oliver. She'll get it to Dumford. Dumford's pass down low is going to be knocked out of bounds by Harrison County. It was intended for Molly Mason, but the Hounds will retain possession. Nearly a minute gone in the fourth quarter. Harrison still up by 2. Mia Mason gets it inside. Shot put up, no good. Rebound by White. Her putback is no good, but she's fouled. And will be going to the line for 2. That makes 11 rebounds on the night for White. She came in averaging a dozen. White from the line tonight is 3 for 4. Just a junior. Preseason all-region selection. First free throw for her. It's on the way and good. She has 18 points. Came in averaging 16.8. Gets her team a point closer at 39-38. Second free throw is also good, and we are all knotted up again. This time at 39-39. With the basketball into the front court will come Hudgens. She'll get it to Custer, to the right side to Lunsford. Lunsford up top to Custer, to the left side to Hudgens, long range. Skip pass to the far side to Lunsford. Back up top to Custard. Custard in the paint to Baker. Baker fans the ball to the right side to Lunsford for a 3, a little too strong. Oh, and it came back down, right down the hole. That ball bounced about 5 feet in the air. I thought for sure it was off, but it ended up being a Canup-Wall three-pointer in the best of ways you could do. Maybe that means that things are going to go our way. 42-39, Harrison County with the lead after that impossible shot. Here's a pass down low intended for Molly Mason. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, though, by Linville. So the Lady Hounds will retain possession, trailing by 3. Inbounding it will be Mia Mason. Mia Mason looking, lobs it up top. Thinking about the 3 for a second was Dumford, but wisely, I think, pulled it down. Now passes back to the near side to Sagan Oliver. In the corner, a Dumford 3 for the tie is good. 17 points for Dumford, and that will tie things up at 42-42. Into the front court with the basketball with 6:12 left is Lunsford to Custard, to Hudgens, to Lunsford. Up top to Custard once again. Back to the right side to Lunsford. Now back to Custard, to the left side to Hudgens. Bounce pass on the baseline to Linville. In the paint to Baker, who lays it up and off the mark, no good. Rebound on the floor is going to be picked up by White. Up the floor come the Lady Hounds trying to retake the lead with 5:48 left. In between the circles, Dunford. Bounce pass down to the block to Molly Mason. Her shot's good, and the Paris Lady Hounds have gone back out on top, this time by a score of 44-42. 5:29 on the clock. With the basketball, Custard, left side, gets the ball into the hands of Hudgens. Hudgens looks over to Coach Watson. Now on the baseline finds Linville, and now we're going to have a travel. Another unforced error. Gives the ball back to the Lady Hounds as Lauren Hicks is about to check back in. Timeout called by Harrison County, just a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this back and forth affair. Right now, the Greyhounds lead 44-42, but we've had 5 ties and 9 lead changes. Well, do you have a big group to feed? The Beast Pizza is great for birthdays and parties. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235.
Snap.
Where's the snapping sound? Okay.
There we go. Bip.
All right. Ryan Ennis joining me down here today. Trent Harris back at control behind us and up. Now the timeout. The Lady Hounds with the 2-point lead will have the ball. Mia Mason will inbounds it. She'll get it to Dumford. Dumford across the timeline. Oh, where is the defense? All alone. I mean, nobody within 20 feet was Molly Mason. And she has 5 points, and the lead grows to 4 at 46-42. Wow. Into the front court with the basketball come the Fillies. Dumford lobs the ball to Hudgens. Hudgens has the ball back tapped away from behind. Then the loose ball is going to be picked up by Paris. Up the floor, here's a back tap by Hudgens, and Harrison County retrieves the loose ball. Into the front court comes Lunsford. She'll get it up top to Custard. Calm down, slow down. Baker from the corner for 3. No good off the flange. And the rebound is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Harrison County. Well, they've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now. Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Mike Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit efarmcredit.com. Here's a bounce pass picked off by Hudgens as she anticipated the pass, but now the ball's back tapped away from her. We're on the floor with bodies hitting the floor, and a jump ball is going to be called, and Harrison County will get possession of it back. Both teams playing erratically at times. And now coming in will be Katie Linville. Should be White's ball. Oh. So it's actually Paris's ball. Thought for sure the little White said our ball. In any case, inbounds pass comes to Dumford. 46-42, Paris leads, 4:21 left. Dumford inside the center circle. Dribbles over to the right side. Now lobs it inside. Ball knocked away, and the loose ball picked up by Lunsford. Lunsford in the front court throws away her pass. White against Lunsford, one-on-one. White to the basket, layup good. Is it a block or a charge? They're going to call it a block. So the points count for Brooklyn White and a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. 4:04 on the clock. If White makes this free throw, it'll be the largest lead of the ball game for the Greyhounds. She is 5 of 6 from the line. Baker 6 of 7. 22 points for her now. She's having another solid game. She has not scored less than 24 points in any game this year. She's almost there now. Hudgens, her team down by 7, goes into the paint. Her shot off the block is no good, but she's fouled and will go to the line. Foul is going to be called on White. There'll be 3. Hudgens going to the line where she is 4 of 6. Has 11 points. First free throw by number 23 is good. Back in the game, Lauren Hicks returns for Harrison County. 49-43 your score. Second free throw with 3:51 left is good as well. Harrison County back to within 5 at 49-44. Full court pressure being applied by the Fillies. Paris breaks it. Dumford gets to the left side. Here's a 3 fired up and blocked out of bounds by Bailey Hudgens. Might have been a foul, but they're not going to call anything, so Paris will maintain possession. From her own baseline, Mia Mason will trigger the inbounds pass. Mia Mason looking, still looking. Now in the corner, throws the ball away. Custer with a steal. Up the floor comes Keeley. Outlet pass to Hudgens. Her shot blocked by White. And going to get the rebound will be Mia Mason. And now we're going to have Not sure what they're going to call. Timeout. We'll take it as well. 3:36 left to go. Your score, Paris 49, Harrison County 44. You're listening to Philly basketball on WC. All righty, back here at the Hilltop. 3:36 left in another classic game between Harrison County and Paris. As we mentioned at the top of the program, Harrison County and Paris playing each other for the 107th time. Of those previous 106 times, 53 were decided by 10 points or less. So this is not an uncommon type of game between these two bitter rivals. Against the full court pressure, the inbounds pass comes to Dumford, who races up the floor. He's 2-on-1, goes to the basket, but misses the shot. Baker is there for the rebound, and she comes out of the middle. We're going to have a foul called. And now a technical foul called on Hudgens. Oh, Bailey. That's not what we need at this point. So going to the line to shoot the technical fouls will be Dumford. First free throw by Dumford, who is 3 for 4 on the night, is good. Coming in will be Maddie Carson. 50-44 now your score. Second free throw by Dumford is on the way and good as well. Makes the score 51-44 with 3:29 left. Dumford now with 19 points on the night. From the far sideline, Paris will inbounds the ball. Comes into Dumford. Dumford recrosses the timeline. Goes to the right side, spins around in between the circles to the far hash mark. She'll get the ball to Molly Mason. Molly Mason in turn to Oliver. Skip past the near side to Sagan Oliver for a two-pointer. It's an air ball, and the ensuing rebound is picked up by Baker. Into the front court comes Jersey, and as she tries to get to the basket, she's going to be fouled. So Baker will be going to the line for the first time tonight. Her team down by 7 with 3:06 left. That foul is on Dumford, and that'll be her third. Well, nope, they're going to call it a common foul. I don't know about that. In the corner, Lunsford finds Baker. Baker up top to Custer. Back in the corner to Lunsford for the open three. No, short. Rebound being fought for, and we're going to have a foul called on Brooklyn White. And that'll be White's fourth personal. So one more foul to get White out of there. But we're running out of time. 2:58 left. Harrison still down by 7. Lunsford from her own baseline finds Baker in the corner. Baker takes her dribble inside the arc in the paint. Half hook shot bounces off. And White gets the rebound, and she's going to be tied up by Baker. And alternating possession arrow faces Harrison County's way. And now a timeout called by Harrison. We'll take it as well. 2:49 left to go. Your score, Paris 51, Harrison County 44. You're listening to Philly basketball on WC. All righty, back here at the Hilltop. Paris in the midst of a 12-2 run that has gotten them their biggest lead of the game at 51 to 44. Harrison County has the ball out of the timeout though with 2:49 left. Custard finds Baker on the inbounds pass. Baker back in the corner to Custard once again. Custard to the foul line to the right side to Carson for three. No good this time. And the rebound is yanked down by Brooklyn White. She has 9 in the second half, 14 overall. Going to the basket will be Dumford. Misses the shot, but she's going to be fouled by Carson. That'll be Maddie's third personal foul. Sending Dumford back to the line where she is 5 out of 6. Junior can give her team its biggest lead of the ball game. She can make even one of these two. With 2:32 left, first one's on the way and short. Paris looking for their first win of the season at 0-6. Harrison 2-4. Second free throw for Dumford. She spins the ball in her hands, is on the way, and this one is also no good. Ball on the ground, but Harrison County's Custard picks it up, and as she tries to pass out of the double team, she's going to be fouled. And that was on 2:29 left. Harrison with the basketball. 51 to 44 your score. Custard will inbounds the ball to Dumford. Dumford back to Custard. Because of the foul trouble that Paris is having, they've dropped into a 2-3 zone. Pass to the left side to Baker. Back up top to Custard. Custard at the right elbow, stops, gets the ball on the baseline. 12-footer Baker, no good. Rebound pulled down by Oliver. And up the floor come the Lady Hounds. Dumford on the right side. Goes in front of her own bench. Now reverses, and as she does, we're going to have a timeout called by the Lady Hounds. We'll take it as well. 2:05 now left to go. Your score remains Paris 51 and Harrison County 44. You're listening to Philly basketball on WCYN. All righty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison down by 7 with just 2:05 left. Cynthia Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's out at Hardee's in Cynthiana. Inbounds pass will come to Dumford. Dumford trying to get away from Custard, and Carson's double team. Drops the ball, but gets it back up again. Pass to the left side, long range to Sagan Oliver. Pass inside, knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Molly Mason. Her shot's no good, but she's fouled. It seems like the loose balls are finding their way into Greyhounds' hands way too often. We've got to do better on getting those 50-50 balls. Fouls on Hicks. That'll be Lauren's third. Sending Molly Mason to the line where she is 1 for 2. First one's on the way and off the mark, no good. She will have another, however, to try to give her team an even 8-point lead, but gosh, the clock, 1:50 left. Can't waste any more time. Second free throw is good. That will make the score 52 to 44, a 13-2 run with 1:49 left. Over in the front court, Carson on the baseline finds Hicks. Hicks between the double team, tries to get the ball to Baker. Baker dumps the ball back outside to Custard, to Carson for three. Good! Maddie Carson with another Canuck Wall three-pointer. And Harrison County is back to within 5 at 52 to 44. Timeout, or 52 to 47. Timeout on the floor. Harrison down by 5 with 1:31 left. You're listening to Philly basketball on WC Wayne Sports.
As one of only 5 hospitals in Kentucky earning a 5-star quality rating by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, Harrison Memorial Hospital in Cynthiana provides its neighbors with exactly the specialty services they need. Their Women's Health Center offers more personalized care, but it packs a big punch. Larger birthing suites, a secure newborn nursery, and a lactation specialist certified by the International Board Certified Lactation Consultants, all without leaving your community. They really know how to make a new mom feel pampered.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, a big three-pointer by Maddie Carson has gotten Harrison County back to within 5 after the Lady Hounds had gone on a 14-2 run. Still 91 seconds left, facing full court pressure. Oliver will try to get the ball in bounds. Now running out the other way is going to be Dumford. She goes to the basket, misses the layup. Baker goes and gets the rebound, and here come the Phillies, down by 5. Baker, right side, thought about the 3, turned it down wisely. In the corner, Custard for 3, no, off the front of the rim, and the rebound is going to be ripped down by Molly Mason. Had a good look, just wouldn't fall. Now in the front court, a foul on Harrison County. It's going to be on Carson. That'll be Maddie's 4th. So foul trouble on both sides. Actually, that's 5 on Maddie. So Carson fouls out with 1:11 left, and her team trailing 52-47. Coming into the ball game now will be Kaylee Banks. Banks, a 5'4" 8th grader, making her first appearance as a varsity Philly. Mainly plays the point in the JV games. But first things first, Dumford going to the line. She's missed her last 2. Is 5 for 8 altogether. First one is perfect. Daggone. 20 points for her now. Extends the Lady Hound lead to 53-47. With 1:11 left, the second free throw is also good. Ice water in her veins. Harrison County back down by 7, 54-47. 1 minute left to go. Dumford up top to Banks. Back over to the left side. Tries to get the ball to Custard, but it's a little long. So on the turnover, give the ball back to Paris. Inbounding the ball will be Molly Mason against full court pressure. From the side, gets the ball into Dumford. Under a minute to go. Oliver gets a pass into the paint to White. Knocks down Hicks. No call. They just started not calling anything. 24 for White, and makes it a 56-47 lead. Here's a long 3, no good by Harrison County. Bodies hit the floor going after the loose ball, and we're going to have a jump ball called. Possession arrow faces Paris. 56-47. Just 41 seconds left. Facing full court pressure. Kay Oliver will try to get the ball in bounds. But first, a timeout by Harrison County. And it's got to be a full, I believe. We'll check, though, to make for sure. And it is going to be a full timeout. Okay, gotcha. 41 seconds left. Harrison County trails 56-47. You're listening to Philly basketball on WC. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. The inbounds pass is caught by White. She's fouled by Jersey Baker. So we'll go the other way and shoot a couple of free throws. White from the line tonight is 6 out of 7. Dang. 24 points, 14 rebounds. Showing why she's considered one of the best players in the 10th region. She has scored at least 24 points in all 7 games. And misses the first free throw, though. So hopefully maybe a break there, but just 35 seconds left in a 9-point deficit. Going to be tough. If you're fed up, call Canup. Canup Law promises to treat you with care, respect, and dignity in whatever legal situation you're in. As I said, visit them at canuplaw.com. Second free throw is going to be good. She now has 25. Makes the score 57-47. With the basketball, Custard in the paint, nearly travel, gets the ball to Banks. Banks to the left side to Lunsford for 3. Off the flange, no good. And the rebound is going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the Lady Hounds. So Harris will get the ball back, but they trail by 10 with just 17 seconds left to go. Paris will pick up their first win of the season, while Harrison will drop to 2 and 5. From in front of the stable, Banks inbounds the ball to Custard. Custard in between the circles to Baker. Stops and pops an NBA 3, banks it out. Rebound is going to be pulled in by Dumford. She'll get the ball on an outlet pass into the front court. Going to the basket and making the shot as the time runs out will be Molly Mason. So your final score, Paris 59, Harrison County 47. Tough ball game between two tough individual teams, and Paris is the one that comes out on top. Harrison County led going into the fourth quarter, but as we talked about before, a 14-2 run when Harrison just couldn't find anything to fall was the difference in this ball game. All right, we invite you to stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll go over all the scoring and stats from tonight's game, as well as have a chat with Coach Watson. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, from here on the Hilltop, Harrison County loses to Paris by a final score of 59-47. You've been listening to Philly basketball on WC1.